So we're witnessing a daily reminders of impact of climate change. It's here, it's happening all over the world every day. The need is now. Why isn't the funding in place?
Well, I think definitely for a variety of reasons. The economic challenge we're all facing, geopolitics, but also I think one really important factor is blocking this. I think it's really the level of commitment. When people are facing many different challenges, how much emphasis they really place on climate change, and how much they really recognize this is going to be a really devastating effect that will knock us out, no matter how much more that we're doing for other aspects.
Yeah, I think commitment is a key issue. You're right there. So in your mind, what will be the catalyst for nations to finally cut a blank check? What is it going to take to push past rhetoric to real action?
Well, I think a balancing act that people put aside all of the other differences, recognizing how important this is, and also really trying to figure out it's the synergy that we can work together. I definitely do not want to see that only disaster speaks, that meaning that eventually only those disasters that we cannot afford will be the final waking up call to saying that money is really not the issue here. Let's deal with the issue together. But certainly, I think a catalyst like China, the role that China is playing between the developed nations and the global South, is increasingly important and is being recognized more and more as a really a catalyst and an enabler that can really help to move this forward.
And so then what is China's commitment and role in combating climate change? It is currently the leader in producing renewable energy, for example.
Yeah, well, first China has its own two goals, peaking by 2030 and neutrality by 2060. And from the previous report, we heard that China has built more of the renewable than all the other nations combined. But also increasingly, China is playing a more active role in helping the global South, even though under the Paris Agreement, China is not obligated doing so. Based on our most recent report that from 2016, China has provided and mobilized more than 177 billion renminbi, translated to about $25 billion in helping the developing countries. The real result is there, and the effect is taking place.
I want to get your perspective on this. With President Trump skeptical about climate change, does his re-election give more room for China to expand further its impact and its efforts to be at the forefront of creating climate solutions?
Well, first, I think we need to recognize the gap that with the incoming Trump administration may create. I opened my computer this morning and watched Yahoo Finance. The first news pops out saying that U.S.'s oil gas is prevailing over renewables in the United States. I think that's something is a daunting fear that the whole globe is facing. Well, whether it's really for China to fill up that room, I think that's something is really up to all the nations. China, again, is doing this fair, but I don't think China wants to invade that place, so to speak, that to take place of the responsibility of the other countries. We should all in this together.
Yeah, well, it certainly has taken on a leadership role and doing very well there. We will have to leave it there. Zhang Jianyu, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.